Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Before we get into today's video, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any updates about your favorite K-pop idols. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a like and drop a comment below. I read every single one of them. Okay, now let's get into it. Today we are talking about someone who has been absolutely taking the K-pop world by storm. Her name is Chiquita, the magne, the icon, the unstoppable force behind BABYMONSTER. But here's what most people don't know: who was she before all of this? Because trust me, the story of how a young girl from a small city in Thailand ended up becoming one of the most talked about fourth-gen idols on the planet. It is way more incredible than you think. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why she was always destined for greatness. So stay with me, because this one is going to blow your mind. Let's start from the very beginning. Chiquita's real name is Raracha Fondachafafat, and she was born on February 17, 2009, in Nakhon Ratchasima, Thailand, a province often called Korat, which is actually the second largest city in Thailand. So no, she didn't grow up in Bangkok surrounded by the entertainment industry. She grew up in a smaller city, far from the spotlight. And yet, somehow, the spotlight found her anyway. Now isn't that something? What's fascinating about Chiquita is that her passion for performance started incredibly early. By the time she was just 6 years old, she had already begun learning to play the flugelhorn, a brass instrument similar to a trumpet. Yes, you heard that right. This girl was literally practicing a classical brass instrument before most kids could even tie their shoes. That kind of discipline at such a young age tells you everything about the type of person Chiquita is. She has always been someone who goes all in. And that is not something you can teach, that's in your DNA. But music wasn't the only thing on her plate. Around 2014, when she was just 5 years old, her family enrolled her in Taekwondo classes. Now we don't know exactly how long she trained, but the fact that her mother shared this on Instagram tells us it was a real part of her childhood, not just a one-day hobby. Think about that combination, a brass instrument and a martial art, all before she was even a teenager. This girl was being built for something great long before anyone knew her name. Now here is where it gets really interesting, so don't you dare click away. Before YG Entertainment ever entered the picture, Chiquita was already out there performing. She was a member of a dance cover group called Red Rose, where she and her teammates would cover popular K-pop songs and perform them publicly. This is huge, because it means Chiquita didn't walk into YG as a raw beginner. She came in with real stage experience, with the nerves, the energy, the crowd-reading ability that most trainees spend years trying to develop. She was already out there doing it. And people were already noticing. Speaking of people noticing, let's talk about her family for a second, because this part of the story is something a lot of fans don't fully know. Chiquita's older brother is Kpop, born in 2006, who is actually a member of the Thai boy group BUS, standing for Because of You I Shine, under Sunray Music. So music and performance literally run in this family. Chiquita didn't just grow up dreaming about being an idol in isolation, she grew up watching her own brother pursue the same world. That kind of environment, that kind of shared passion with a sibling, absolutely shapes who you become as an artist. And then, in 2021, everything changed. Chiquita auditioned for YG Entertainment, one of the most powerful and selective entertainment agencies in all of South Korea, home to legends like Big Bang, 2NE1, Winner, iKON, and of course, Blackpink. To even get a callback from YG is something thousands of trainees dream about and never achieve. But Chiquita walked in, took a deep breath, and performed In the Name of Love by Martin Garrix and BB Rexa, and she absolutely nailed it. YG saw something in her that day that they couldn't ignore. And just like that, she became a trainee. Now here's the part that genuinely shocked the entire K-pop industry. Of all the BABYMONSTER members, Chiquita had the shortest training period. While other members like Ruka, Asa, Rami, Ahayan, and Rora had been training for an average of 4 to 6 years, Chiquita trained for only approximately 1 year and 9 months before being evaluated for the group. Let that sink in for a moment. Most K-pop idols spend half a decade preparing for debut. Chiquita did it in under 2 years. And not only did she make the cut, she ranked third in the final evaluation on YG's reality show Last Evaluation. Third. Out of everyone. With the least training time. If that doesn't prove that she is something special, I honestly don't know what does. But wait, I told you to stay until the end, and here's why. When YG first revealed Chiquita to the world on January 23, 2023 as the third member of BABYMONSTER, she was only 13 years old. In her introduction video, she performed Bedroom by JJ Lin featuring Anne-Marie, and the internet absolutely lost it. Not just because she was young, but because her voice carried a maturity and emotional depth that nobody expected from a 13-year-old. She seamlessly switched between her modal voice and falsetto, giving a performance that had industry veterans and fans alike stopping and asking, "Who is this girl?" The video spread across the internet in hours. Suddenly, Chiquita wasn't just a trainee. She was a phenomenon. Then came the introduction video on YG's official YouTube channel, where she covered Ariana Grande's 7 Rings, and it exploded. That single video surpassed 10 million views in just 10 days, making it the most viewed introduction video among all BABYMONSTER trainees. 10 million views, pre-debut, as a 13-year-old. The world had already decided, Chiquita was going to be an icon. And then on November 27, 2023, BABYMONSTER officially debuted with their digital single, Batter Up, with Chiquita, at just 14 years old, handling the high-note climaxes and pre-chorus sections, taking on a main vocal role in the group's debut formation. And by April 2024, during the Sheesh promotions, her killing part went viral across both Thai and Korean social media platforms, proving once again that she wasn't just living up to the hype, she was exceeding it. There's one more layer to this story that I think is deeply important. Chiquita has never hidden who her biggest inspiration is. From the very beginning, she has openly said that her role model is Lisa from Blackpink, another Thai girl who moved to South Korea, trained under YG, and went on to become one of the most recognized K-pop idols in global history. Chiquita isn't just following in Lisa's footsteps randomly, she is the third Thai idol under YG Entertainment, after Lisa and fellow BABYMONSTER member Farida. She knows the path. She understands the weight of what it means. And watching her carry that legacy with such confidence and grace, it's genuinely something beautiful to witness. From a little girl in Nakhon Ratchasima learning to play the flugelhorn, training in Taekwondo, performing in a dance cover group called Red Rose, to auditioning alone for one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world at age 12, and then becoming BABYMONSTER's Magne, icon, and arguably the most talked about member before the group even officially debuted. Chiquita's story is not just inspiring. It is proof that talent, when combined with relentless passion and the right environment, will always find its way into the light. No matter where you're from. No matter how young you are. No matter how short your training time is. She didn't need 6 years. She needed less than 2, because she had been preparing her whole life without even knowing it. And that, my friends, is the untold story of Chiquita before she became BABYMONSTER's icon. If you made it this far, first of all, thank you so much, it genuinely means everything. If you learned something new today, please give this video a thumbs up, it really helps the channel grow more than you know. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post. I'd also love to know in the comments, which part of Chiquita's story surprised you the most? Let me know down below. I'll see you in the next one. Blackheart Fire Anyang.